you really are in this state of what I consider to be true fun, it's a very nourishing and energizing state that also unites you with other people, even if you've got differences between you. And to me, that's absolutely essential if you want to have the energy and the sense of connection that's necessary to actually do anything to make the world a better place. So I think there's a lot of reasons we tend to undervalue fun. And I do like to try to explain to people my view on why I do think that while it is important to pay attention to the negative things in the world, it's also very important to train ourselves to focus on and experience the positive things as well.
Absolutely. I mean, taking a little bit of a step back, I do kind of want to start with your definition of, in the book, you talk about true fun and fake fun. And I just want to make sure we're all on the same page while we're having this conversation on what those two terms mean.
Well, yeah. So one of the things I found the most interesting when I started writing The Power of Fun is that there's not really a good agreed upon definition of what the word fun means. And I'm personally always fascinated by things like that, where it's something that's right under our noses and we use this word all the time. We kind of intuitively think we know what it means, but if pressed, it's like, well, what is fun? Something I did in my research for the book was I actually asked people on my mailing list to send me stories from their own lives that they would describe as having been, quote, so fun. That was my way of describing it. So fun. And I collected thousands of these stories from people around the world. And then I tried to capture the feeling that they were describing. And what they were describing to me went way beyond what I found in the dictionary. So, like, if you look in the dictionary for a definition of fun, it'll say something along the lines of fun is lighthearted pleasure or amusement, which might be true, but it's kind of, it makes it sound a bit frivolous and it makes it sound kind of like, oh, it's nice if you have it, but it's not really that essential. But when I read through people's stories about the so fun moments, their details were all different, but there was this like life affirming energy running through them, this profound sense of joy. And as I read through them, I often found myself with a huge smile on my face, but also with tears running down my face because there was something so human about them and so vulnerable and just so beautiful. And what I realized when I was reading those stories is that people were really describing to me some of their most valued and treasured memories from their whole lives, which I thought was really interesting. And it didn't mean that they were dramatic moments. I remember one in particular where someone said they'd had one of their moments of fun was when they were a kid and they went out with their grandfather into the rain without umbrellas and just deliberately allowed themselves to get soaked. And it was just so fun, and it was just really heartwarming.